Yes, I know it's a clickbaity title, but I am actually trying to make a point. Sometimes, because you're used to printing solutions for everything, you can get just locked into that mentality. And that's what I nearly did last night. So this is a big sheet of MDF that I've cut just to fit here on this plinth. And then I sit a couple of printers on it. Now this wall is shared with my next door neighbour, so I didn't want the board just rattling against the wall. When I originally put it in, I had these foam interlocking mats that you can get, and there's a couple actually laid out underneath here, stuck down, just to give it a bit of cushion. So when I put it against the wall and it bumped, I just cut off a couple of bits, wedged them in place as a temporary measure that I was coming back to fix. And we all know what happens when a temporary measure works. You don't get around to changing it. So last night I suddenly got it into my head I was going to paint this, because it was just plain MDF. And then I took it off, gave it a good couple of coats of paint, and then I was looking at this back edge and I thought, well, when I put that there, I was always going to make up some TPU bumpers. Just a slot here, a few along there, and then it can't bash against the wall. And just as I was about to fire up OpenSCAD, I remembered printing isn't always the solution. And in this case, it wouldn't have been the right fix, because kicking around, I had this stuff. This for going around double glazed windows and stuff. Picked up at Parkside, weekend shed head, you'd be very proud. Picked it up just because I saw it and thought I'll have a use for it eventually, and it's sat in the shed for ages. This is nice and soft, and it glues in place, and it's about the right thickness. So rather than muck about printing stuff and then having to fix it in place, just run a bead of it on the surfaces that will catch all the way along. Took me all of 5 minutes, and because it's glued in place, when I slide this out, hunting for the inevitable bits and bobs that drop down the back here, it stays put. And I've run it all the way along that edge, and a little bit of extra here in case it butts up against this wall. Normally it's up about there. So there you go. Don't always fire up Fusion or whatever modelling program as your first step. Take a step back and think, because sometimes you've got the right thing ready to go already. So there we go, and a nice plug for Lidl as well. Thanks for watching.